This is exciting. Welcome everyone to our Loving Waters New Moon Water Stewards Connection Call. And I'm Shelley Darling, and for some of you who don't know, and we have some of our Loving Waters Council stewards here who will be introducing themselves as well. And just a little bit about Loving Waters before we start. So Loving Waters is a community of water stewards, advocates, guardians coming together to really share this love of water as our one source, our healing source on the planet. And we are coming together here on the new moon for full moon water ceremonies. And we have some wonderful surprises this year with our Water First Pledge. And of course, we have our water Loving Waters brochure that people can use in schools and communities to introduce people to doing water blessings and ceremonies. So we're all about the water and supporting a shift in perspective, helping people to, instead of being overwhelmed with, the different things that we're seeing in the world, the chaos, the water pollution, and we're going to hear more about the whales tonight. We're so excited because we have Anne Gordon Barrigon, I think that's how you say your last name, here with us, she's a whale water whisperer. But we're going to start just with a few minutes of coming into our inner waters, really feeling this collective movement and circulation of our love. So just the invitation for a moment is to close your eyes and really open your breath. So as we take that inhale, we're being informed by the intelligence of the universe, this cosmic womb of experience, of love. And as we exhale and just relaxing into this collective breath together, we are informing and influencing the field. Today, we invite us all to start with gratitude for our living waters, for how we're showing up in each and every moment, for our love, for our intentioning, and for our sacred activism, however it is that you're showing up and coming here tonight to really deepen our understanding of the water, the whales, and the wisdom that comes from this collective field. So feeling into everyone who's here and those that will be listening to the replay, and just feeling that expanded liquid love here tonight. And just taking another breath and coming very gently back to presence with everybody here. It's beautiful, beautiful. And wow, I just feel a little bit speechless. It's also the Chinese New Year, just so perfect for us to come together with this influence of this energy of qi, of flow, this flow of being. So tonight, the way this call works, for those of you that are new, is really it's a participatory call. And I'm going to introduce Anne and just a beautiful, beautiful expression of water. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open our call. And we love for you to share, to really just track the energy and share your watershed. Part of what we're doing here is getting people to become aware of their local watershed, or even if you don't know your watershed, a river that's near you. And we're growing our Loving Waters map of water stewards around the world so that you can learn to interconnect with people that are giving water blessings and who would like to be seen for the expression of love of water that they have. So with that, I'm going to introduce Anne. And just really simply, I'm excited because I met Anne, I heard about her many, many years ago and her journeys with the whales in Panama. And Anne is a Dolphin Energy Healer She does whale wisdom tours around the world. She is also connected to an indigenous family in Embera. I guess she'll maybe share that a little bit with us. And she's written these beautiful books, these collaborative books called Dolphins and Whales Forever and Listening to Your Heart. So we're lucky to have her here to share a little bit of her experience, her love of water. And then in about 15 minutes or so, she also has a whale dreaming piece that she'll share with us as well. And then we're going to open our call to more than just ask her questions, but really trust your influence and sharing of your love of water as well. So with that, welcome to our water world. And Anne, we're going to pass this beautiful, gorgeous earth ball over to you.
Beautiful. I receive it and receive all of you. Thank you for having me. So I love that introduction, and as far as just getting in touch with the water and Mother Earth and living here, I actually live in the country of Panama, which is really quite fascinating from a water perspective. We have the Panama Canal, which connects the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. And about 30% of the country is in national parks. And the beauty of the canal is that because it's the #1 source of revenue for the entire country, we have this economic motivation to keep the watershed protected, to keep things green in this country. And I spent a lot of time on the water, out with the whales and the dolphins as much as possible, mainly on the Pacific side, even though our two oceans are only 50 miles apart. And then I did marry into the Embera tribe, who still live in traditional villages deep in the rainforest. And the only way to get there is on a dugout canoe. So, and that is we go on the tributaries of the Chagres River, which is the river that is dammed to create Lake Gatun, part of the canal. So I like to, whenever I'm on that dugout canoe, it's about a 40-minute ride one way, I like to just tune into the water and then tune into the rainforest. And I always say a little gratitude prayer to Mother Earth for sharing her life's blood, the water, with all of us so that we all may live, so that we all may thrive. And that's just a little thank you I like to say every time I'm out on the water. And then what's amazing is that Panama is a very powerful place to do a water blessing on the canal, because every ship that goes through here going to the rest of the world, carrying goods, cars, clothes, TVs, what have you, that if you do a water blessing on the canal, it's blessing and bathing every single ship and all the goods spreading everywhere, literally everywhere in the world. So it's very, very powerful. And then that water goes out to both oceans. So there's not many places you can bless one river that goes to both the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. And what's interesting is there is a writing from a very well-known spiritual teacher who talks about how the Panama Canal actually interrupted the energy ley lines of the earth. But I actually don't disagree with that, because Panama rose up out of the ocean relatively recently, about 3 million years ago. Geologically, it's pretty recent. So this was all ocean before that. So this was open. And so the canal just reopens that flow. And when Panama rose up, it actually stopped the Humboldt Current, which is a very cold current on the west side of South America, that came through where Panama now is and went into the Atlantic. And that was when the Ice Age was happening in Europe. And when Panama rose up and blocked that cold water, the Atlantic warmed up, the Ice Age receded, And humans, which were only in Africa, were then able to move north. So Panama has had a really powerful influence on the entire world just by its presence and the flow of water. And so the canal, by reopening that water connection, we now have that original water flow reconnected. So that's pretty fun to be here in the midst of all of that. And now let's bring it back to the whales. And of course, the whales have been on this earth for 30 million years, and humans a lot less. Some say only 250,000 years. So they have this living in harmony, living consciously, because as you are leading us through the breath, whales and dolphins are conscious breathers. What that means is they have to literally think to breathe. And it's not reflex like us humans. So when you are conscious of your breath, you're much more conscious of your entire body, of your entire system, and how everything works. And so they are much more conscious of themselves, of their purpose. And I just received from the sperm whales just on Saturday that they represent the deepest love possible on the earth. Now, sperm whales, as you may know, dive the deepest of any whale. They also have the largest brain of any animal on earth. And they like to go down to the depths and then just hang there vertical. And what they told me they were doing was beaming their deep, deep love into the earth, sharing their gratitude with Mother Earth. And as they're doing that, that also spreads out in all directions. This deep, deep, profound love in all directions into every ocean across the planet, which we now have access to. This deep, powerful love. They say the only love more powerful is divine love, straight from source. And that by consciously tapping into that love, just all you have to do is intend to open and receive it. They say that is going to take the entire planet and the entire human race to the next level, to the space of nirvana that all of us are searching for and envisioning. This ideal world of love, based on love and peace and honor and respect and living in harmony, can be achieved. And the whales are here to help guide us. And that if you're feeling the call, if you're feeling like frustrated because you're not getting where, you're not, the world's frustrating right now and you're seeing the negativity, then just tap in, open up, receive, and let the whales work their magic, touch your heart and open it deeply with this profound love. And that will help ripple, just like across the water, ripple this wave of profound love everywhere in the earth. And it's very, very simple. It's just a simple intention and it's done. And we can bring this change that we're all longing for to the earth just by opening up to the whales. And the whales, I think they look at us like we're little children, because we humans, we're trying to figure our way out here on earth. And we're not doing a very good job. We're making a lot of mistakes as a species. And just like you look at a 2-year-old who's throwing a temper tantrum, you don't hate them. You don't get mad at them, because they really haven't got it figured out yet. And they don't have all the tools to make the right decisions yet, that they're just learning. Well, the whales look at us like that. Just like you love the 2-year-old unconditionally and knowing that mistakes will be made. The whales hold the space for us to grow into this beautiful, conscious, loving being, just like we hold the space for a 2-year-old to grow into a loving, conscious adult. The whales have that door wide open for us, and we just have to open our hearts and walk through it. I mean, I could go on and on and on about whales. But I'd love to would you like me to go further, or do you want me to just answer questions?
I would just like maybe just take a breath with everyone and if you feel maybe you could just take us in for like five or 10 minutes at the and let us all journey in that inner experience of that consciousness of the whales, and we can open it up to everybody and get to meet, because part of this call is really to meet each other and to feel into us of our love for water and the whales. So so just take a few minutes and we're all here.
All right.
We're here to receive.
Beautiful. I see we have Australia represented down there. Beautiful. All right, so let's do some conscious whale breathing to bring us in. So if you're comfortable, just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. And imagine whales and dolphins start with the exhale. So let's take in a deep breath naturally. Inhale it in, and then we're going to exhale it and hold it for a beat or two. We're going to exhale it powerfully, just like the whales, out through the crown of our head, the top of our head, where your blowhole would be. And a powerful burst. And then a quick inhale right back in through the crown. Hold it a beat or two. Just let that air sink into your body. And a powerful exhale back out through your crown. Another deep inhale, holding it in for a beat. And knowing that the dolphins and whales, as they exhale, every single time they are cleansing and clearing their crown chakra, which is located exactly where their blowhole is. So now a final powerful exhale out. Beautiful, beautiful. So just settle into a natural human breathing rhythm. Just feel your body. Feel like it might be moving and just flowing as if you were floating in the water. Moving, relinquishing control, just trusting. Feel like you're floating, completely supported and safe. And as you're floating on your back, you sense a presence. But you feel perfectly safe. And then you feel something rise up underneath you. But you stay completely relaxed. And a giant sperm whale comes up underneath you so that you're laying directly along its spine, in front of its dorsal fin, behind the blowhole. Just feel the warmth of his wet skin, rubbery skin. There's almost a slight tingling to the skin, like there's a slight, not uncomfortable tingling, like a slight charge of electricity. And what this is the frequency that the sperm whale lives at, which is much higher than our human frequency where we're normally at in our day-to-day lives. Just feel your whole body tingling and and open up to it. Don't fight it. Don't tense. It's almost like this beautiful massage. And then you can start feeling this tingling, sinking past your skin into your muscles. And as it moves in, it completely relaxes your body. You just feel it into your bones and your organs. And just feel that it's so right. This higher frequency is something you've been longing for so long. You knew it existed, just didn't know how to get there. Just feel your entire body now vibrating exactly in tune with the sperm whale bodies. As if there's now, you're merging into one body. As if there's like this, your body is encased within the whale's body, in the whale's frequency. And from this position, look into your mind's eye. Just watch the movie and the thoughts and the knowingnesses, the sensations that are pouring through your mind and in your body right now. You're getting a glimpse of nirvana, of heaven on earth, of what it truly means to be living in perfect harmony with all beings on earth. Knowing with a deep peace and confidence your true place on the earth, your true mission, your true purpose. You can see your highest potential. You're aware of every gift that you've been given when you first came into this human body. And you may be surprised, you may be seeing gifts you've never seen before about yourself. And feel your heart. It's like your heart has expanded beyond the confines of your human body to the size of the whale's heart and beyond. This is where the whales live, always from the heart, always from a place of compassion, from unconditional love. And just feel what that feels like right now, being merged with the frequency of whale. And as you're feeling into your heart, your giant whale heart, you can feel that tingling in your body is actually reworking and rewiring your DNA to encompass this new whale DNA, this whale way of being. And you will carry that with you from now forward, always. Part of you will always be merged with whale. And so now you can feel your body coming back to your human body, separating a bit from the sperm whale, because your human body has reached its maximum point to be able to handle this new adjustment in frequencies, this new higher level. Turn around and hug this beautiful sperm whales giving you this amazing, incredible gift today. And know that you will always be connected. And the whale asks only one thing of you, and that is to be kind, to be gentle with yourself as you integrate these whale energies, and to consciously intend to share the deep love of the sperm whales with everyone you meet from this day forward. Go forth and be whale. All right, everybody, couple of deep breaths. Give yourself some gentle touch, wiggle your fingers and toes, and bring yourself back to your body.
Ooh. Thank you for that amazing whale immersion. I felt I've been missing that.
Beautiful.
So beautiful. So, so this is, we're going to just open the call. And if you came in after we started, the default is on mute. So you're going to have to take yourself off. And if you're having trouble, just let me know. I'll unmute the people that I muted myself personally. So welcome, everyone. And this is an opportunity to really bring that whale wisdom, bring our love forward, our love for water. So please, we're going to just popcorn. Oh my God, I can hardly even show.
I know. It's hard to come right back from that. I know.
We're just going to popcorn. And please share your name for the sake of people that are on the phone. And share your watershed or river so that we know where you are. And before people are bouncing off, or we're on here for another hour. So I think it's 8 o'clock yet, another hour. So just to let you know, just please go to LovingWaters.life and sign in and share your watershed, because we're building a map so people can really stay in touch with each other in this love of water. So with that, I'm going to just pass this beautiful fossil whale air. And you can put it, I'm going to put it in the center. And when you feel ready, you can just take it and allow that whale wisdom to talk through you. And please keep it to 1 or 2 minutes. We may have more time to share, but just so that we have a lot of people on tonight, so that we get to really meet everyone. And so thank you for showing up. And yeah, here we go. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Just jump right in, whoever wants to talk.
I'm never bashful. And that was just amazingly beautiful. And I don't think I've ever felt that close to the whales as being inside the whale in that beautiful passage. And I found myself, I'm Charlie Riverman Bergeron. I live off in Maine, which is New England coast. And the whaling history of this area is well known throughout the world. And the first place I was brought to was asking for forgiveness for my ancestors, the ancestors of this area. And it still continues. So it was just a deepening of my heart resonance with the whales as these beautiful beings. And I want to thank you for bringing me to that awareness. So blessings to all, and love to hear from each of you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And I just want to add a little bit to what you say, comment on what you said, is that the whales, as I said, when they look at us, humanity, like they forgive us. They rarely even fight back when humans perform atrocities against them. And that just shows they have this conscious higher conscious view. And for example, the gray whales were the only species of whales that actually did fight back with the whalers. So much so they called them the devilfish. And now in those very same bays where they were almost wiped out to extinction, those are the only whales in the entire earth, the only wild animal in the entire earth that literally come right up to humans. They're not looking for food or handouts like monkeys do. And they will bring their newborn babies right up to the boat so that you can touch them and kiss them and love on them. So that's the ultimate forgiveness of our human race for all we've done against the whale species, that they now welcome us and share their most precious gift with us. So beautiful for picking up on that. Thank you, Charlie.
Hi, my name is Deborah, and I'm going to jump in because I have to leave soon. And thank you so much for reminding me of my whale connection. I did have the good fortune many, many decades ago of being on a 51-foot catch in Kona Bay and having mother and her calf and 2 dolphins swim into this boat. They were humpbacks. And myself and the captain, just as soon as we saw them coming in, we jumped into the water and dove down, and they paused, and I felt like I could die and go. I died and went to heaven right then. So it was like a total bliss experience for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't been on this call for a very long time, and one of the reasons I'm on it is because my watershed, I believe now, I'm a wandering water healer, and I believe my watershed now is the Santa Cruz River. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm about to start a water blessing circle here. And I really appreciate Loving Waters. I went and I printed some brochures and pledges today. Thank you so much, Shelley. And I have done almost all of my water healing alone. So this is a really big step for me to be putting it out there, and there's a great deal of interest. So I just felt like I really wanted to connect with all of you tonight before doing that on Wednesday. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Beautiful work. Thank you for answering the call.
Yes, and we'll share a little bit more about we'll end with the water pledge and talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the call so other people can be inspired from what you've shared. So thank you. Fantastic. Just jump in.
Well, I'll jump in. I don't know if you can see me. It's a little dark where I am. But this is Maya Shawgale, and I'm one of the Loving Waters Council members. And I live in the Santa Barbara, California coastal watershed. And Anne, thank you so much. I felt the whales' love through you. And I thought of, you mentioned the sperm whales have the biggest brain. I believe they have the biggest heart too.
Actually, the blue whales have an even bigger heart.
Oh, really? Well, they have a pretty big heart compared to ours.
Oh, and absolutely.
You're pointing out their level of forgiveness that really touched me. Boy, we need a lot of that on the planet right now. And I'm so touched by that. And I do the monthly water blessing ceremonies here for our community. And the last full moon, we did one right where where the little town I live in, south of Santa Barbara, it's Carpinteria Creek, runs into Grand Miller Ocean. And we did a ceremony there. We had about 60 people, and it was such a powerful ceremony. And we were calling for more rain because we've had a huge drought here, but asking the rains to come gently. And as we were doing the ceremony, there's whales that surfaced, very gently, just were swimming by, and we sent our love out to the whales. And when we were finished blessing the water, we offered it to the ocean and to the whales. And it was very profound. And this last week, we've got a lot of rain.
Nice.
So blessed. We've had 4 days of rain off and on. And everyone here has been a little traumatized by water because we had these big mudslides that killed 23 people here. And so everyone gets a little mixed feelings when the rain is coming. But this time it came in such beautiful waves that we only had a little tiny bit of flooding here and there, but we all were so safe. So feeling great gratitude to the cloud people and the waters and to the whales who seem to hear our prayers and help out with all of that. And I just wanted to mention, I've been through the Panama Canal on a semester at sea boat back in 2013. And I did water ceremony the whole way through. And we put crystals in the different locks and going through. And I was so blown away by how moved I was by going. And so I thank you for your explanation. I didn't know, that how recent Panama came up and how that changed the weather patterns. So thank you for all the amazing richness that you've just brought to us.
Absolutely. And thank you for doing your own blessing and intuitively feeling the power of the canal. And there's actually a vortex that I've discovered right on the river as it flows into the canal. So it's a very powerful spot.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. I went through on Christmas Day.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was beautiful. So thank you so much. And I'm complete.
Hi, I'm Ariamne. Hi, Anne. I know you. I don't know Shelley.
Hi,
I just saw a notice in my inbox at 7:02, and it took forever for this other computer to boot and for me to get here, so I did not hear more than the first 15 minutes. But I thought, I don't know, what this meeting is even fully about. I was with gray whales on January 19th off San Diego. And you gave me the recommendation for the I don't even remember who they are. Just
the Whale Watch Company, yeah.
I didn't remember the system for using bonine for seasickness, and I was terribly sick.
Aww.
And what happens for me when I get in big energy or major things, I simply can't feel.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, being sick didn't help. I wasn't sick right away. I got through the first hour and a half out of 3 hours. And so I'm usually left kind of nonplussed in these situations. I've been around whales before. There was a baby gray whale too, and I've been around a baby mama and bull whale before. And I've been on dolphin swims twice.
Some messages.
Went out hunting for a sperm whale on the end of one of them, but we didn't. So I'm just here. I was with whales recently. Nice. I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but I'm really working. There's long-term patterns, and I've gotten some motivation and some changes that give me motivation to actually move through some lifelong patterns. You got to want to somehow. There's got to be something that makes you want to move through those kinds of fears. So it's whales, and just here I am.
Beautiful. It's great to have you here. And yeah, the whales are magical, and sometimes you don't understand the call and why you're where you are, but they have a way of working their magic. And you and I have worked together before, so I know the powerful shifts you've made and the growth that you've had in the last year. So you're doing great.
Somebody going to say what we are doing here?
So yes, hi, I'm Shelley Darling.
Hi, Shelley. I'm
going to just invite you to put yourself on mute. And so there will be a replay, and we're here with Loving Waters. This is our regular new moon call, and usually on the new moon call, we invite someone to come and share their water wisdom, tonight Anne's here with us, and it's always a participatory call where really we're meeting each other around the world and learning about our love for water. Tonight, obviously, it's whale wisdom in water. And so we're inviting people just to speak 1 to 2 minutes so that everyone has a chance to share. And we invite people to share their watershed and river, for those of you that are getting on new, so that we can know where you are. And if you're willing to, come to LovingWaters.life and sign in, and we'll put you on the water map so that as people begin to travel and get to know each other, we support you also with water blessings and ceremonies, full moon ceremonies as well. So that's that. Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight, not even knowing why you're here. So we're just going to open, and we're passing this beautiful whale's fossil whale ear, and so it's in the center. Whoever's next, just pop in.
Okay, I'll take a shot. Go ahead, Shanti.
Okay, thanks, Jim. All right. Hi, I'm Shanti Hart, and I'm in Chicago, and my watershed is, as the indigenous called it, Michigani, which means big lake. And that's where I'm at right at the moment. And I had the pleasure of being by my future watershed a few days ago, standing on a walking bridge over the Deschutes River in Oregon, where I'll be moving this year to Bend. And it was warm. Every day it was warmer, so we watched the ice crystals on the grasses that were coming out of the water. And then 2 days later, we went back and the water was about a foot higher and a lot heavier and faster. And just the energy of standing there and being and hearing that rushing sound, knowing it had just, so the Deschutes is a tributary of the Columbia and coming through the Cascades and melting down. And it was, I mean, Lake Michigan is always fabulous, but it don't quite get the excitement that you get of seeing rushing river water. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm on the Loving Waters Council, and happy to have all of the new faces and recurring faces. And that was a gorgeous meditation. I can't wait to hear it again. Thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you.
Just very quickly,
That was it.
Shanti, I'm from Chicago. You're from Chicago. I'm from Milwaukee. I live right on Lake Michigan.
Oh.
Thanks, Anne. That was a great great opening for tonight's meeting, and I also will be listening to it again for sure. I'm Jim Greywolf Petruzzi. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. I'm at the head of the Chesapeake watershed. Recently moved here from Colorado. Whales have been an integral part of my journey for at least the last 35 years. When I sat with elders, my first elders, one of the first ones told me the story, the native story of the whales and the wolves, right after they gifted me the name Grey Wolf. And so some of you may or may not know that story, but the teaching is that the wolves at one point devolved back into whales when the waters took over the planet. And then when land reappeared, they turned back into wolves. And so those two, the wolves and the whales, are closely associated. And so I've learned wolf medicine. I've enjoyed wolf energy. I have lots of recordings of whale sounds and also dolphins. And so I tend to use it in my medicine when I do it. And then again, about 10 or 11 years ago, as I sat at a sweat lodge of a friend, Bear Cloud, before the sweat lodge began, another elder approached me and sat down with me and said, "Oh, you're Grey Wolf. You have to hear the story of the whales." And of course, I respectfully listened to the whole story again. And I knew there must be a reason, 25 years apart, I heard the story twice. And so it was really good to hear what you did tonight, Anne, and I really, really appreciate it. Certainly made my evening. I will have to leave about 9. I'm sorry. I've got to head off to something else, but sure glad I was able to be here. Thank you all.
Great to have you here. It's really special. And I've spent a lot of time with wolves, and they're very, very special animals. And the orca whales are also called the wolves of the sea. So absolutely there's an interconnection there.
Did Era May say that she lives in Milwaukee? I couldn't tell who said that.
Yeah, Ariamne said she was in
Oh,
Milwaukee.
Ariamne. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read without my glasses.
I see Tara trying to grab that beautiful whales there. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I have to leave at 9 too, but I'm just, I was almost in tears because I'm just so grateful to find you all. I'm Tara Mintz, and I'm a freshwater biologist. And Jim, I'm in Pennsylvania, just west of Philly, in the Delaware River watershed, and I'm on the White Clay Creek or Brandywine River. And I've lived all over the place. I lived a long time in Georgia, so I've lived on some big rivers, the Flint and the Chattahoochee and the Altamaha, and I've worked as a freshwater research scientist, but I'm also an environmental educator, and I work for a global water research center called the Stroud Water Research Center. So I just love to participate with y'all more. I feel like you're my fellow river rats. I have my paddle board, and I ever since I was little, my best friend was like a river that I grew up with in Ohio. Talk to it and, paint my face with its rocks. And it was like kin, So I'm so glad to have found Anne, because I've been really drawn to cetaceans and whale and dolphin energy. Just Mother Earth is like my best friend, and I can't say enough about wanting to help uplift her and all the souls here, and I feel that the beings here and with Mother Earth kind of it's not an acknowledgement that they need, but just the oneness, that they offer, and the unconditional love and support. So I've been on a lot of Anne's meditations, and I listen to them all the time, and I just love connecting with Anne so much. And I saw this tonight, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. So I'd love to offer my support. I was looking at your website really quickly, and I'm the assistant director of education right now, so I'm really big into community outreach and getting people, aware and appreciative of water, but inspired to action, whether it's just their love is, their hearts are open more. I'm really big into, working with the soul of everything and in my meetings and stuff. And I have a blog on water too that I'd love to share. So anyway, I'd love to just connect with you all more. And just so grateful for this meditation tonight. And in just a short moment, just to this meditation, I felt so much peace come over me, and just and this energy just brings me back to my home, with everyone on earth and where we're meant to be in this beautiful place. So thank you all so much for your light that you're sharing and love with Mother Earth. And I'm here for you. I just want to be part of the team. And just so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Tara, we're only about 20 miles apart. We'll have to connect.
What watershed are you in?
I'm just above Oxford, so we're near the, yeah.
I'm in Avondale. Yeah, I live in Downingtown. So
okay.
Great, Jim. Yeah.
Good.
Hopefully Shelly or somebody can connect me to you at some point.
Yep.
And Tara, I would also suggest when you go back to the website, Loving Waters website, you look at our water pledge. It's set up so that you can print it out on cards. It would be wonderful to use in your environmental education.
I have one that I made years ago. And so I was like, I'm going to compare it. We put it on magnets so you could put it up on your refrigerator for kids to share with their parents. I want to look at yours though, definitely, and start doing that. So I can't wait. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I'll try to get you my information somehow. But Jim, if you look at Stroud Water Research Center, you'll find me in the education department there. So yeah, cool.
You could put, Tara, it's great to have you here. So Shelly, I shared your email that you sent out a couple hours ago. So I just sent it out really quickly. And so that's Tara and Ariamne found us. And so Tara, you could actually put that website in the chat for everybody. And that way they can find you. And if you want to do it privately, a private chat to Jim with your email, you could do that. You guys could.
Yeah, you can
do
just,
that way too.
okay, it's perfect. And I put ours in so that everyone can have it. And again, please go to LovingWaters.life and sign in just so that we can stay in touch. And the email is LovingWaters.life@gmail for right now. So yeah, and this will go out as a replay. So yes, thank you. This is what it's all about. This is so much what this call is always held for everyone, is meeting each other and learning where we are and learning how to connect. So I see Maria. Are you guys?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, we will jump. Why not? We'll hop on the beach. We're in Australia, so we can hop like kangaroos. So yeah, bringing some beautiful national park ocean energy. So yeah, we also came kind of late. We were at the beach, and yeah, we were like, it's already past 12. We better hop on the call. So yeah, we've known Anne for a while, and great to be with you all today and hang out. Maybe we turn it around. Wait a second. There's a camera. Okay. So that's us.
Hello.
Yeah, so we are traveling. I've been traveling for a long time, and we do sound healing sessions. I'm a didgeridoo player, and we take people on healing journeys with the healing energies of the dolphins and the whales. So yeah, we had a gathering of about, we didn't organize it, but the universe organized it. So about, must have been a month ago. There was a
Full moon.
2 weeks, yeah. So there was a full moon gathering of about 400 people. It was the biggest kind of small gathering that they've had here in this, where we're staying, and 400 people were at the estuary and drumming and doing some poetry and music, and it was really, really beautiful. So we were traveling, and our watershed is wherever we are, I guess. Yeah, and meditation was beautiful and amazing, and I kind of merged with whales from the beginning, and yeah, I probably felt, and it was great job. Good control of pulling yourself back and keeping it short instead of just getting lost in it and staying it for, we usually say like, okay, we're gonna have a short session, 15 minutes, it ends up being an hour, but great control.
So I just want to go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I was going to say, I just want to jump in because last year, so Australia is my home, my heart. And last year through Loving Waters, I took people for 2 weeks to Australia and to Uluru, and I teach dowsing, and we did a water wisdom journey. So please put your email in or get a hold of us. Get a hold of us.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I see a journey happening again, maybe end of December, beginning of 2020. We'd love to connect with you guys, and
sure.
And the sound, and so we're in. So please stay in touch with us for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I really felt like, when I think at the end of the journey, I really felt like, although I can talk a bit, but anyway, I felt like just sharing the place where we are in the ocean, but wailing, vocalizing. So maybe we all unmute ourselves, or you can mute everybody, and we can all just wail a bit.
Make some whale sounds.
So why don't you just lead us for a moment? We still want to let other people share too, but
yeah, sure. No,
everyone,
sure.
If you can, so you lead us, and I'm going to put yourselves on mute, because if everyone starts wailing, the sound kind of goes all over the place. But
yeah, it's going to be messy. Yeah.
Feel you. So go ahead.
Well, yeah, whether you're muted or not, just be whale and do what whales do. a whale.
Beautiful. I love it. I could really feel it. That wasn't you. That was the whale singing
We
through
will
you.
end our call. Everybody unmuting, I promise.
It's a gorgeous mess, yeah.
And just
Thank
how do
you.
you say your name so that we can just hear you say
Moria.
Maria?
Amitabhaya.
Amitabha.
Nice.
Sorry,
And-
I'm tapping the.
I can
You're tapping.
there you go.
There we are, the ocean. And I will be in Australia in October 2020. So maybe we can all work something out and have a water whale celebration in Down Under in 2020
Perfect. Wow.
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
great.
And what beach are you at? Just so people can tap in. What beach are you sitting at right now?
We are in a national park. It's called Bodie National Park. So it's about 2 hours north of Sydney. So it's New South Wales.
The central coast of New South Wales.
Yeah.
Is it off of Avalon?
Beautiful.
Is it off of Avalon? Are you guys sitting in Avalon?
It's pretty close. Yeah, Avalon is also central coast. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's pretty close.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's near Eda Long Beach.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's open it up for other people to share their love and just jump in. Alaya, where's Alaya? Because I know she wanted. There you. I'm gonna unmute you. Alaya, do you want to jump in? Now you know what this call is about.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was just enjoying listening to everybody. I've kind of weird. I see and feel multi-dimensionality, and during the Anne's meditation became very much with the water and surrounding the whale, not in the whale, but surrounding the whale, feeling the plankton, feeling the heaviness of the water touching it. And so this huge eye, we're kind of looking at each other. I've always been interested in the water. I'm a Pisces, so, I'm a water sign anyhow. A watershed, I don't know. This is a little bit unfamiliar with me. I'm in central New Jersey, maybe about an hour away from the Atlantic Ocean. I have a very large underground stream on my property, which connects to different things. It's sort of like this little portal where I am. The dolphins, when I say I love dolphins, I've seen the Lemurian dolphins, and actually with Anne, I see that golden dolphin right on her third eye.
Wow.
So I was watching him go, oh, okay, because I felt I knew you from somewhere. The whales, I've always seen them as clearing the ocean, the meridians, traveling, adding extra, adding light to it, just like the dragons. Dragons are water elementals. Everybody has wonderful experiences. I just kind of enjoy listening to everybody. Have a little weirder experiences, but that's just me. But I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I had a interesting reaction with your meditation. First time I ever felt plankton.
It's fascinating.
Have you ever come or had visions of the mer people?
Oh, all the time. There's a beach here in Panama that I go to that I feel them very, very strongly. So absolutely I have, yes.
Yeah, because to me, that's a whole underground, not underground, underwater, excuse me, city in itself, domed cities. Charlie knows when I talk about his friend, Delphinus, that traveled through the oceans underneath to the domed city. It was interesting not breathing, part of my mentality is that, okay, you should breathe, but part of me says you don't need to breathe. You're
Right.
following this. So it's interesting, your meditation and contact, just I was enjoying just what I was seeing and feeling.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And the plankton is all about the building blocks of life.
Yeah, I mean, that's their, to see plankton under the microscope, the amazing consciousness. But I was really fascinated that I was connecting more with the plankton and the heaviness of the water against the whale instead of being in the whale.
It's fascinating. I love it. I love it. And interesting that you connected and felt the mer people, because what I didn't say when I was talking about the Panama Canal and the water blessing is I've also come to know that there is a deva, a mer goddess of the canal and the lake. And she's mermaid, but she tells me she's from Tibet. And I don't know how that happens. I don't know how there are mer people in the Himalayas, but there must be some portal
See, I'm
happening.
very, a lot of the stuff that I deal with is in the Himalayas, the ancient relics in the Himalayas.
Interesting.
And I remember on my own property, going down there, and I had somebody that was doing drumming while I had my crystals there. And Indiana, which was like a Sumerian goddess, half fish, half just raised itself up from this underground stream. So it's interesting. The Himalayas, all right, the mountains, the ancient, the Himalayas, because of the Earth movement, the Pangea map, when everything was kind of moved, everything got squashed. But underneath, you still have everything floats on water. That's like even with the turtle, the indigenous elders and the Chinese believed that the turtle represented the platform of the earth, and that all life lives on the turtle. So that's why I brought the turtle today.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna. This is amazing conversation, and I want to honor that there are more people that haven't shared.
Perfect.
So invite us to just take a breath.
No, that's it. That's I'm done.
It's so nice to have you, and yeah, I just want to honor that our people are here, and just so that they all get a chance to speak, and then we can come back if we have time. So perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So we're opening it up for someone else to jump in.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Kathleen.
Oh, Kathleen, there you are.
Hi.
Hi.
I can hold my head very still, can't I? Oh, it's a beautiful conversation. Of everything, the whaling, it's so nice to hear your meditation, Anne, and wonderful to hear from Tara, and the education portion of this that you're involved in, and your enthusiasm to connect with all of us. It just gives me chills. And hearing the whaling and seeing the water, it's just, yeah, I feel just sitting back and listening. But I want to make my presence felt in some way. I'm also I live on the Fox River, which leads into the Mississippi. I'm in the heartland just outside Chicago, and also the Des Plaines River. I've done blessings at all three. And oh yeah, ocean is my soul, but I live in the Midwest, and so I hope those portals are going to be opening up soon in my backyard, so I can dive down there and swim with those beautiful whales, just through the roots of the trees. That would be a beautiful thing. My connection to all of it is, well, one, that I'm a Pisces. I think there's 4 of us now on this call. And so it's always been water for me. It's where I learned to meditate, was in water, in running water. And it's where I go to still to just to refresh my sustenance and my soul and to clear everything. And I'm so grateful for water, and a little bit worried about water, but I know that that's just need to do what I can personally for the water. I'm an artist, and so all of this visuals that everyone has been talking about, I'm just seeing all of this artwork, the turtles and the plankton, and from looking out from inside the whale. I sort of, during the meditation, I was sort of sitting up inside of his eye, and I was looking out his eye, and I just really can't even explain it yet. It's more visual, really. And I probably will put a little sketch together, but yeah, I'll probably be putting a lot of sketches together from this call, actually. And then I thought about our new logo, actually, that Elizabeth and I worked on, and we added the whale. And so this call just really settled that logo for me, like the intention of that logo. And yeah, we're talking about water, but I feel very grounded. I'm connected. I work with tree sisters as well, and I know that they're connect to the rain clouds that bring our water and our rain to us, and of course it's all connected. So it's a blessing to be on this call. I hope to hear you all next time. And thank you, Shelley, for holding.
I don't know if everyone could hear, but Kathleen is one of our Loving Waters Council stewards as well. All right, there's a couple of more people. Would you like to jump on? Just take yourself off mute. There's Karen and a 516 number, and Randy. I don't know if you're still there, but feel free to jump on and say hello. We'll whale breathe. I'm gonna just unmute you just to see if you just can't unmute yourself. Are you there, Randy? Did you want to share anything?
Oh, yeah. You?
Are you there?
He put something in the chat a while ago saying that next time he will talk.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, I just wanted to. All right,
Yeah.
so let me just check with the 151. I just took you off of mute just in case you couldn't take yourself off mute. Do you want to share into the field here?
Hello, it's Randy.
Oh.
Hi. My computer doesn't do the audio exactly right. So I have to double team it. Here I am. Grateful to be a part of the assimilation, the intention, direction. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for joining us so much. Okay, I'm going to put you on mute. Yeah, stay in touch with us for sure. And Karen, I see you're visible now. Do you want to jump in? You're on. Wait, let me unmute you.
Hello.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Hello, everybody. First for this group. I joined in late. I just was opening my emails and saw the email from Anne and accidentally connected. I was scrolling through a meeting. It's like, oh, I'm part of the meeting, but that was perfect. Yeah, it's very interesting what you're doing. I haven't signed up yet, but I will. Oh, I guess I grew up, I was born, my beside the Niagara River. That was probably my first passion with water, and took a great interest in, all things to do with pollution and, obviously freshwater biology, and I did studies in environmental management. And now I live in Australia. So my water body now is the Coral Sea. And I've been on the beach this morning picking up rubbish and looking at some of the plastic objects they put on top of ice cream these days. They used to be paper, you know, the drumsticks, okay? Well, they put these plastic discs on top of them now to make them look prettier, which are left on the beach. And it looks exactly like a jellyfish, the same size as the roundy, like kelp type jellyfish. And, you know, I just got thinking this morning, why can't they just be in paper, if anything else? But yeah, it's something I think that needs to be looked into, you know, that packaging needs to be addressed. You know, there's always talk about plastics in the ocean and that, but they really have to chase these companies down, especially for trite like ice cream sticks that a lot of kids, you know, just don't probably mean to drop the garbage, but it really is a nasty, hard piece of plastic that does, like I said, look exactly like a jellyfish. So yeah, it's something that needs to be looked into, really. You know, companies need to be held accountable, I think, for their packaging, you know, because it's not the consumer's fault if they want to buy an ice cream that they have to buy all this, you know. So anyway, that was just a thought this morning from this morning's walk. And I will sign up so I can get the replay so I can hear Anne's meditation. I'm sure that's just going to be amazing with the sperm whales. I've got little sperm whale things around the place. I just think they're just beautiful. Anyway, and so thank you. It was just lovely to learn about this group. I also, yeah, I have learned through, you know, I've been working with Lori Rion, and it's really got us, you know, thinking about blessing the water and doing onos. And I do that on my cooking and my food now, so that anybody who eats, you know, blessing the water and all the waters, it's probably more beneficial to the people who eat the food that's cooked in the water, you know, by blessing your cooking. So anyway, it's beginning of an exciting new era, and I'm excited to hear that some of you are coming to Australia in 2020. It's going to be another really big year. So yeah, awesome. I'm complete.
Thank you so much. Just since we're on this topic, I want to share with you something. I'm going to just share my screen. So this, for those of you who are on the phone, you might not be able to see, but you can go to LovingWaters.life or come join us at Loving Waters. Just put in Loving Waters on Facebook, and we have a new group page called Water First. So what I'm showing here is this Water First pledge that the council members came forward with, and the logo that Kathleen was talking about, you can see it. It's a most gorgeous heart with a whale's tail that was designed by Elizabeth. She's not on the call tonight, but she's our water maven, water faithful, amazing being who lives at the Yuba River. That's her watershed, and the Yuba River has spoken to her forever. And maybe we can just read it together. I'll read it out loud for the people that are on the phone. And it goes like this. And I'm going to just say we, because I think it's important when we're in a group setting. And this Water First pledge, on the back of it, it gives you ways that you can use it in water blessings or community group meetings or in schools or with kids. We pledge to put water first in our life, to respect, appreciate, and cherish water as a sacred source of all life and a primary intelligence of the earth. Knowing that 99%, and I'll explain this in a minute, of the molecules in our body are water, we pledge to nourish our own inner water by choosing healthy thoughts, words, emotions, and action. Joining with others, we pledge to protect, restore, and sustain the integrity of our local watersheds understanding it is deeply interconnected with all other water on the planet. And lastly, we pledge to share our love of water with our family and community, to continue educating ourselves and others in ways to ensure the purity and vitality of water for future generations. So this is just really a deep prayer. It's really what it is. And the 99%, we invite you to go to the website. We put some links. Some Indigenous grandmothers came and actually Water Stewards came and talked to me and said, hey, you got to get that off. It's not true. And it's because we think of 60% water, the water volume. This has to do with that we actually have 99% of the molecules in our body are water molecules. And so this is a fascinating exploration. There are some great videos and great information. But what we're doing with Loving Waters, we decided to leave that there and put that out to people so we can begin to change people's perspective and their understanding of our bodies as 99% water molecules. So go explore that on LovingWaters.life. I'm going to just take that down. Let's stop sharing. Hold on a second. Let's take a breath. Let's take a conscious breath. And lastly, I just want to show people that are new or people that are watching the replay, this is the Loving Waters brochure. And this was originally, Loving Waters was initiated by Julie Armstrong in Australia, myself and Elizabeth, and then we grew the Loving Waters Council. And this was one of the very first things that was brought forward. It's a brochure, and this really does need to be upgraded, but basically it gives people a very basic information about how to do a water blessing using Masaru Emoto's very simple prayer. Water, I love you. Water, I thank you. Water, I respect you. And here at Loving Waters, we added one more, which is water, we are you. And so saying this 3 times, we're inviting and supporting you to host water ceremonies, just like Deborah said earlier. She finally feels the courage to do it, to get out and go to your rivers and invite people to come with you, even if it's 1 or 2 or your family or your children. But this brochure can be used in schools, in communities. And so that's really what we're wanting to promote, is creating tools for you that you feel resonant with, to take and make it easy for you to share this water consciousness. So let's just take a breath together. And so that's really this call, and we really want to thank everyone for showing up here tonight. It is an honor, and I know each of one of our Loving Water Steward, grandmother Abriel, we're holding you in the circle here tonight, and Elizabeth, we're holding you in the circle here tonight. They're both part of our Loving Waters Council. You met some of the other ones here tonight. And we always end this call with a water closing. And maybe Charlie or Maya, if you feel that you would like to jump in and bring this to a close. And then don't jump off yet, because everybody's going to mute and we're going to do some wailing. So hopefully Mariah and your partner, Amitabha, I don't know. We'll work on that one.
Amitabha, I think. That's how you say it.
Amitabha, thank you. Hopefully I'm going to unmute you, and then you'll lead us in a water wailing. So I don't know, Charlie or Maya, who feels like they want to jump in and just give closure, and then we'll all unmute ourselves. And Maya, Charlie's handing it off to you if you would like. You're on mute. Wait, should I unmute you? You got to unmute yourself. I can't unmute you.
Okay, I got it. Yes, I would just love to close with reading the water blessing that I wrote as a poem. And if you could see it, if I could screen share, it's all written in a flow like this visually. but it was inspired by Henry David Thoreau's, a quote from Henry David Thoreau. And he said that a lake is the landscape's most beautiful and expressive feature. It is Earth's eye, looking into which the beholder measures the depth of his own nature. So that's what inspired this poem. And that is the water blessing. It's called Water Blessing. May you open your eyes to water, then your heart, feeling her as love, mother of all life, of vast intelligence informing the shape of things, carrier of memory, teacher of force and flow, and surrender to the formless when the time has come. May you recognize your own nature in her shimmering mirror, the nature of the universe in her spiral dance. May you find the path of least resistance as she eases around stones, kissing them as she passes, as if they were not obstacles, but friends. May you always honor the ebb and swell of your own unique tides, and still seek to embrace with compassion all that is different from your own dream. May you drink and have the thirst you came into this life with quenched before you leave. So I'm so grateful to all of you. This has been just an amazing call, and feeling the heart of the whale holding all of us and reminding us to turn to love when, as Anne said, the world feels a bit upside down, and just to embrace love and forgiveness like the whales are modeling for us. And thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so beautiful. And before I unmute everybody, let's just thank Anne for showing up here. Come play with us. It's so beautiful, and we'll stay connected, and hopefully we can come on one of your journeys or co-create a journey. So we'll hold that. So I'm going to mute everyone. And
Before you do, I thank you for having me. It's a real honor to be here. And I just want to give a little parting gift to everyone, that if those of you who are on my list may already have this, but those who are new to me, if you go to beingwhale.com, and I'll put it in the chat, and you can sign up for a free guided meditation that takes you to meet Mother Humpback Whale, and to merge in with her, and to merge into her heart, to experience and her wisdom, her love, and to really learn what it's like all about being whale. So beingwhale.com.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to unmute everybody. If you're not, let's see if I can, if you're still muted, I can't do that. And so take us into the whaling, and we'll close our call.
I love it.
Thank you. join us next month, new moon, and in touch. We love you, love you, love you. Watery are you? Watery, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go.
Love. Bye.
Bye. Bye.